Wealth is the abundance of resources or the abundance of financial assets. All right. So in this video specifically, we are going to be discussing wealth, the beliefs and behaviors for building or accumulating wealth. Now, the beliefs is the mindsets that you have. You've ever heard about money is evil? That's a belief. You've ever heard about history repeats itself? That's a belief. So we are going to be discussing about these beliefs that will influence your journey towards accumulating wealth. We are also going to be discussing the behaviors that would propel your wealth creation or that will derail your journey towards your wealth creation. So you need to stick around and watch this video to the end, because at the end of the video, you are going to have a good understanding of how your beliefs affects or has been affecting your financial status. Is it true that money is the root cause of all evil? If it was so, why then do we pay 10% of our revenues to church? Is it true that money is surely the root cause of evil? Stick around. First and foremost, kindly press the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed. Do like the video and remember to answer me in the comment section if you actually do think that money is the root cause of all evil. Now, like I have said, we are going to be discussing about the behaviors and beliefs that affect our financial status. We will be starting with the beliefs. The first belief that affects our wealth creation journey is long-term perspective. Now, you need to appreciate or understand the fact that nobody wakes up today and find themselves rich. There is no get-rich-quick scheme. That is not a scam. All right? The journey to wealth creation, the journey to accumulating wealth is a slow but steady process. So do not bog your mind or try to get rich quickly within 1 month or 2 days. Okay? Unless you win a lottery. That is a different case altogether. But the journey towards accumulating wealth, the journey towards wealth creation is a very long but steady journey. So patience is very necessary. Do you know what Warren Buffett? That guy started creating wealth or accumulating his wealth as young as 14 years old. He is in his 70s or whichever age he is in, yeah? But he's still investing. So do not beat yourself that you are 40 or you are 50 or you are 30 and you don't have any wealth to your name. No, it's a slow but steady process. For as long as you are making baby steps towards your end goal, you are good. Another belief is the growth mindset. Now, this is where you believe that you can continually make progress. You can acquire more knowledge. I am not the person I was last year. I am also not the person I was 10 years back. In fact, if I had known 10 years back what I know now or what I am sharing with you on this channel, I would have been in a totally different place together. I would have probably have attained financial freedom, a state where I would not need to work again. Not for myself, not for somebody else. All right? So you need to have the mindset. You need to have the thirst of acquiring information. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do. Press the subscribe button, because you need to have the mindset to acquire information, to grow. Without growth, there will be no wealth. Without knowing how to compound your investments, without knowing how to wisely, safely invest and maximize your returns on investment, you are likely not to have any wealth. Without knowing how to safeguard whatever assets you have, you are likely not to grow or to become wealthy. So it is important that you have the growth mindset on your journey to creating wealth. And the reason why we are working towards creating wealth is because we want to attain a state of financial freedom. Another belief that you need to have is the value of discipline. You need to appreciate that finances needs a lot of discipline. You see, the same way you faithfully take 10% to your pastor or to church, you also need to faithfully set aside an amount that you save for the rainy day. You also need to faithfully pay your debt. You also need to faithfully invest the amount you had purpose to invest. You also need to faithfully budget your finances every month. You need to have a value of discipline. Be disciplined with your finances. Another money belief that you need to have is risk management. Risk management. You need to know your risk appetite. You need to appreciate that you have to take certain risk to achieve or attain certain results. You also need to appreciate the correlation between risk and return on investment. We have said before that when you take higher risk, you are likely to have higher returns. But that also means that you could also have losses because of the high risk. When you're not a risk taker, then you should be comfortable with low returns. But don't expect high returns and low risk. However, that does not mean that these high-risk investment vehicles or these high-risk business opportunities will not make you any returns. No. Know your risk appetite, know how much you can stretch yourself, and work within your risk appetite. If you have been watching these videos, you must have seen the comments that I get when I advise you to buy bonds. When I share with you information about bonds, when someone says that instead of investing in a bond, they would rather use the funds to buy motorcycles or boda and use them for public transport. Yeah, that is a risk appetite that person has. Okay, and that risk appetite might not be synonymous to what somebody else have. I am not a risk taker, so my risk appetite is very low. Okay, I'm not a risk taker. Now, you need to know. You need to appreciate your level of risk. And by risk, I mean, how much are you likely will you be okay to lose? If you're going into forex trading, yeah, you need to appreciate how much you need to appreciate the fact that you are likely to lose that investment. There's a possibility, not that you're likely, there's a possibility that you could lose that investment. If you lose that investment, how far back will it send you? Another money belief or wealth creation belief that you need to have is savings and investments. Savings and investments. You need to appreciate the fact that for you to accumulate wealth, you need to preserve what you have now. And not only preserve, you need to keep a portion of it for tomorrow. And not only preserve, which is now saving, but you need to preserve it as it grows. You find a way of multiplying it, okay? Otherwise, if it's not multiplied, if you just save in your bank or in your circle without earning anything on it, or if you just save in your piggy bank, or if you just save under your mattress, whichever place you're saving, without that money being multiplied, you are losing money to inflation. So you need to appreciate. You need to appreciate the power or the value or the need for saving and investment. Now, those are the beliefs, money beliefs that you need to be having. But what are the beliefs? I mean, what are the behaviors? Which behaviors will synchronize with these beliefs that I have mentioned to you? Budgeting is always number one. The budget will help you with the savings. The budget will help you with the discipline. So you need to work on budgeting. And since I have exhaustively discussed budgeting in this channel, I'm going to encourage you to watch that video if you haven't watched it yet. All right. But for the benefit of those who are here for the first time, a budget is a financial tool that gives your money purpose, it gives your money direction, and it gives your money a path to follow. Without it, you are likely to have unnecessary spendings, or you're likely to spend on non-essentials and then find yourself missing the essential bills or lagging behind on the essential bills. So it's important for you to budget. It is a good behavior that you need to be practicing. Another wealth creation behavior that you need to be practicing is continuous learning. Always learn. You need to desire to gain more knowledge. Okay? Another behavior that you need to practice is actually saving, being disciplined with your saving. Even investment, invest. You need to have multiple streams of income. If it's a business that you're running, you need to have a second business and a third business. You need to have active income and passive income. Active income, for those who are in this channel for the first time, is the income that you actively participate in its generation. All right? Passive income, on the other hand, is income that you do not actively participate in its generation. Another behavior that you need to have is networking. Now, networking is going to position you to your customers. It's going to position you to other employers. It will position you to get new ideas. Okay? So you need to work, you need to network among your peers and even above the ladder. All right? I don't know whether you've heard about this phrase that kupata kazi ni connection. That connection is networking. Now, another behavior that you need to practice is avoiding debt and paying down your debt. When you budget, you need to allocate a portion of that revenue intentionally to pay down your debt. Do not use the leftovers to reduce your debt. Let your debt be a priority. Actually, it should be debt, savings, and then your expenditures. All right? Once you have knocked off your debt, you can now increase your savings. Last but not least is setting goals. Do you have any goal? Are you working towards any goal? What do you want to achieve by when? You need to have your financial goals. Set up a goal. What are you achieving by the end of the month? I'll be budgeting. Okay? What do you want to achieve? At the end of the week, I want to reduce my groceries by this amount. I want to stop ordering in and start preparing my meals. I want to start carrying my packed lunches or my packed snacks for my tea break. What are your goals? What goals do you have at the end of the quarter? What goals do you have for this year? We have 3 months to the end of the year. What goals did you set for the year, if you did? And if you hadn't set, what goals do you plan to set for these 3 months that are remaining and for the year 2025? You need to have your goals and work towards attaining those goals. If you don't have a sense of direction, you'll just be here, mark timing at the same spot. The goals will give you some element or some sense of purpose, and it will make you desire or want to be disciplined because you have an end game in sight. So these are some of the behaviors and beliefs about money that will influence your journey towards wealth creation. Which of these are you already practicing? I will tell you the one that I'm practicing. I managed to set up my goals, and it's those goals that help me to be here where I am financially. All right? It's those goals that help me to attain my status of financial independence. Otherwise, I would have still been struggling with debt and going through anxiety, financial anxiety. But thanks to the fact that I managed to be disciplined, I managed to set up my goals, I managed to have my budgeting right, I managed to have my emergency funds in place, I am honestly at a better place than I was before. And that is my desire for you too. That is my prayer for you too. that you work and get yourself, that you work towards being in a situation where you don't have financial anxiety anymore. It's not a good place to be at. All right, that's it for today. I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next video. Meanwhile, please press the subscribe button, like the video if you like the video. If you did not like the video, still go ahead and give me a thumbs up, but let me know in the comment section why you did not like the video. See you on the next video.